Gentlemen, good morning. Today is the 24th day of the 12th lunar month, which is the preliminary eve in Wuyuan. You can see that it is very festive, and we are doing this dragon dance to welcome the departed fellow members to come back. From the dragon dance and also the drum beat, you can see that they are actually making the announcement that the Spring Festival's prelude has come. And it's official. In Wuyuan, different parts of regions will have different customs. For example, today's dragon dance is more like a rehearsal, and the official dragon dance will be demonstrated in the New Year's Eve. You also mentioned that the lantern dance has all kinds of rules. Yes, because you see that the dragon head is facing towards the heaven. That means that we are praying for blessings for the next new year. And now it's moving forward, and it's making all kinds of waves. That is to pray for a prosperous new year. You mentioned that the dragon dance will start from the 24th day of the 12th lunar month. And you have the launch of lanterns and also the dance of lanterns. Yes, different gestures will have different meanings behind it. During the celebration of spring festivals, we will have all kinds of activities to express our festive feelings. And we will find the best timing to be united together to get family reunion. And all of us will follow the lanterns as a family. And also, in the 18th day of the first lunar month, the dragon dance will stop. That means that everyone will go back to their work. And in the new year, we will use the dragon dance to wish for a smooth new year. Will you invite these dragon dance flute to the family? Yes, we do have a folk custom from the ancestral years. However, as time passing by, most of the dragon dance clue come from the local people. You see that the dragon dance is very traditional. This is a heaven dragon, means it's from the heaven. In Wuyuan, there is not only this kind of heaven dragon dance, we also have a straw dragon dance. Because the dragon is made from straws. And that is to wish from the heaven to give us blessings for a very good weather in the next new year. Yes, this is very special in in Buyuan. The history of straw dragons has a 1,000 year, dating back from the earliest stage. This straw dragon dance can be dated back to Chunqiu dynasty. At that time, people make straws and use straws to make dragons so that to wish for a good weather. In fact, straw dragon dance is not done in the daytime, but they will usually dance in the nighttime. And they will insert incense in the straw dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, do imagine what kind of views would it be when the straw dragon is inserted with all kinds of incense. And each year, we will put the straw dragon into the river. Yes, that is a very humble way to express our aspirations and wishes for the new year. When we insert incense into the dragon body, during the night time, it will be very lightful. And then we will get the straw dragon to knock at each family's door, and then the dragon will nod his head. After that, we will send the straw dragon onto the river, which is just this river. When the dragon has finished his dance, we will put the dragon into this river. That means that all of the illness and diseases will be sent away together with this dragon. It is believed that dragon lives underwater. That's why that we need to send the dragon inside the river. That means to send the dragon back home. Preliminary Eve, in that day, we have this folk custom to do dragon dance, and that is very common thing in China. However, dragon dance in Yaowan Old Village will have more other folk customs. You see, this is a place where people will ride the Spring Festival couplets. However, people in urban area don't really ride their Spring Festival couplets by their own, because they usually will just go to the supermarket to buy a couplet. I noticed that writing the couplet in Yaowan has an eligibility requirement. You see that this gentleman is writing couplet. Actually, he is more than writing the couplet. He is actually making a record of the days and times we passed by. There are three kinds of couplets in Yaowan. The first one is to wish for a good luck for the country, and the second is for good luck for the family, and third is for a smoother new year. Does it mean that we will usually choose the seniors to write the Spring Festival couplet? In our village, usually we will go to a senior's family and write the Spring Festival couplet in his courtyard. We will watch him writing the Spring Festival couplet together. If you want to invite a senior to write the Spring Festival couplet, do you need to offer anything to the senior? Yes, usually we will make an announcement that we need to invite the senior to write the couplet, and then the neighbors will come together. So the senior will get informed by the content of the Spring Festival or the meaning, aspiration from that family. Then the senior will have his own creation of what to write in this couplet. Usually when a family has some special occasions to celebrate, then they will let the senior know. For example, in our family, we also have invited the senior to write once. Let's come closer to here. You can see that on the ground, there are already all kinds of couplets written. Since my family name is Chen, then my family name's pronunciation was embedded in the couplets. And usually we will stick these couplets on the wall and even on the kitchen stove. In this village, most of the families here has an atmosphere of culture. Hence, we will not buy couplets in the supermarkets. Rather, we will have a senior to write on our own. Next, we will go to visit another activity which is also very special in Wuyuan. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is a speciality in Wuyuan. And this activity is called making zongzi. When talk about zongzi, we usually think about the Dragon Boat Festival. However, in Wuyuan, during the Spring Festival, people also make zongzi. You can see that the shape of zongzi here is different from the one we usually see because this is squared. And actually there is a story behind it. Speaking of Wuyuan, Wuyuan has an origin from Huizhou. And when you think about Huizhou, you will usually think about the Hui style architecture and also Hui businessmen. So during the Spring Festival, when the Hui businessmen all travel back to their hometown, the family member will make some zongzi for the businessman because it's easy to carry. So after the Spring Festival, the businessmen can carry those zongzi on their way to travel. That's why during Spring Festival, the family members will make a lot of zongzi. You can see that the zongzi is not only for eat, and since its distinct shape, when you are traveling on the way, if you don't have any pillow to sleep on, then you can use the zongzi as a pillow. Mr. Chen, can you introduce a little bit about making zongzi here? Here in Wuyuan. we don't really call it 粽子, we will call it sticky rice cake. Because usually we will put some eggs inside the 粽子, and this is also a legacy that has a long history. Every year, after the Spring Festival, a lot of family members will travel to other regions for study or for business. And making this kind of size 粽子 means to wish for a very prosperous new year for those members who are going to departure. You see that there is 4 angles. That means that you can travel for a very long distance. You see that only women are making 粽子. Why is that? Yes, that's true. This is a tradition. And also, this is to show their support to the males, so that the males can feel very warm-hearted when they travel afar. Usually, we would put sticky rice and some meat inside 粽子. Just now we mentioned that there are 2 representations. One is Huizhou's architecture and the other is the businessman in Huizhou. Can you also introduce a little bit about that? Because currently, when I see the architecture here, I see it's very outstanding. This is a very special encryption. We will use brick encryption, wood encryption, and rock encryption. And when you see the pattern of the encryption of this one, it is telling a story that the father of the family is telling his son that you need to get more educated so that to have a better career. And also, one can get rid of his class by making great effort. This kind of encryption will only be handled in some rich families. How about this one? It's called a valuable utensil, because this kind of utensil is to collect the raindrops. There are 3 usage of it. One is for firefighting. Second, it is also used as a symbol to collect wealth. And third, there are also other meanings. When you observe the encryption on the utensil, you can see that it is telling the story about farming in the spring season. And then over there, you can see a couple of birds, 鸳鸯. What's the story behind this couple of birds? It represents happiness in family. And on the right side, it is glorious chicken, and the glorious chicken symbolized a wonderful career. So on the left side, that is happiness, and on the left side, it is career. And in the center is about farming, which is doing labor work, because you can only make great future by making great labor work. In each Hui style architecture, The authentic style is to have a desk and also a shrine in the center. When you see the shrine, you can see that there are 2 mirrors on each side. And then there are clocks as well in the center. The center is the clock, that means lifetime. And on the 2 sides of the clock, there are some vase and also some mirrors. That means that you will have happiness for the lifelong time. In our house, we have a very big ceramic pot here, and there are 2 characters on it. That is 状元. That means, firstly, you need to have the legacy of studying from the ancestors. And second, you must study hard. Okay, I think we're almost done here. We have learned about your 粽子 making activities and also Hui style architecture. Now, let's visit the most important activities in Yaowan. Let's visit the kitchen. And they are about to offer sacrifices to the kitchen god. This is how they offer sacrifices to the kitchen god. Are there any rules to make sacrifices to the kitchen god? Yes, actually, food is the most important thing for people, because only when you get fed well enough can you do a good job in your career or other aspects. So, kitchen god is of great significance to each family. Only when the kitchen god will protect us can we make a prosperous new year. I know that offering sacrifices to the kitchen god is very representational all around China and Han nationality. Because by doing so, people believe that we will drive out evil spirits and avert misfortune. Legend has it that the kitchen god is mainly responsible for the food of each family. And usually only the males can offer sacrifices to the kitchen god. And you see that on the wall there is also a couplet here. It generally means that to keep peace and also safety of the family. Because usually in the preliminary eve, the kitchen god will go to the heaven to report to the Jade Emperor. So we will offer sacrifices to the kitchen god so that he will make a good report of the family. Yes, there is a very deep meaning behind the story. And this is very ritual activity here. Just now, we saw that only females are making 粽子. In fact, in Yaowan, at this day, apart from dragon dance, making 粽子, and also offering sacrifices to the kitchen god, we also have other activities, such as killing the swine and also other activities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is correspondent with CGTN, and currently I'm live from Wuyuan Yaowan Old Village. Thank you so much for watching.